For today's Cyber CEO episode,
Kathleen, she's been with us since then. She's amazing. She's the heartbeat. She's that special to us. She makes her presence known, and I don't know what I would do without her. Kathleen and Cyberbacker's job is to really help us with the back end so we can do what we do best, and that's continue to build relationships, looking to grow our program. And we can't do that if we're tied down in the day-to-day operations. Starting with onboarding. So I bring a new agent on and she basically onboards them into, systems, welcome emails. She handles everything from, tracking my transactions, some marketing stuff. She does all that and much, much more. If I take a day off, I know that work is getting done and there's just that person in place that's going to hold, she's like the glue. She's going to hold everything together. In fact, great example was I was at a company event for 4 days, and I came back and nothing fell apart and everything went as planned.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another great day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest coming back to the show. Bill, how are you doing today?
Good, my friend. Yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for coming back. I know you're very busy. We really appreciate this. So what we wanted to do was just to, of course, know more about your experience with Cyberbacker and how's everything been going with your Cyberbacker. So before we start, how long have you been partnered with us, Bill?
Yeah, I believe since August of 2021.
Okay, so August. So this year then going on 3 years. Is that right?
3 years. Yep.
Gosh, strong partnership right there. And is it with the same Cyberbacker or what is it different now?
Yeah, it's the same one. We had one other Cyberbacker. It didn't last very long. And Kathleen, she's been with us since then.
Wow. Now, I want to know more about Kathleen. Let's introduce Kathleen to our listeners. What's it like working with her every day? What kind of a person is she as a part of your business?
She's amazing. Actually, when I give my presentation to recruits, I actually refer, when I'm introducing my team, I actually refer to her. She's the heartbeat. She is the heartbeat of the program. She's that special to us. She makes her presence known, and I don't know what I would do without her.
There. So already built a very strong partnership with your Cyberbacker. So before you even got to work with Cyberbacker, what were your initial thoughts about virtual leverage back then?
Well, at the time, virtual was kind of the new norm with 2020 and the pandemic. So it actually wasn't that out of the norm. So it was pretty embraceable at the beginning.
Very embraceable, because I think the pandemic really helped us. Pushed us to really go into or dive into the virtual world anyway, right?
Right. So at that point, it was kind of normal. So it was. So it wasn't that hard of a change.
Yes, of course. Now, another thing that I'm quite curious about is, of course, the things that you needed help back then, during the start of the partnership with Cyberbacker. Do you still remember those stuff?
Yeah, if I could, I'll take a trip back. I think it was just the stuff that was tying up our time. All right. So we run a productivity coaching program where basically, we coach newer and experienced agents who are in production. And, there's a lot of the back end stuff, emails and tracking of information and contracts and files and phone numbers. I could go on and on and on. And really, Kathleen and Cyberbacker's job is to really help us with the back end so we can do what we do best. And that's continue to build relationships, looking to grow our program. And we can't do that if we're tied down in, the day-to-day operations.
Of course, absolutely agree. Now you have someone that you can trust that can handle the other things so you can focus on the things that matter the most to your business, of course. Now,
yep.
Talking about these tasks, what are these tasks that your Cyberbacker currently does for you in the business?
Everything. No. So I make it kind of easy for her. I literally lay out her Monday through Friday, like every single task. So it becomes very easy for her. And then we have certain tasks that have to be done like on, a certain day, like the 15th, this goes out, and like the 20th, this happens. But she does everything for me, starting with onboarding. So I bring a new agent on and she basically onboards them into, systems, welcome emails, gathers all their information for me, adds their, the agent file in our system. Oh, yeah. When agents leave, she offboards and, make sure that, she removes everybody. She handles everything from, tracking my transactions, some marketing stuff. I do a lot of tracking of information, like tracking agents' attendance. There's a lot of stuff that she does. She also, a big part of what she does is, she comes on my meetings for me. So like I'm doing a Zoom meeting with a potential agent that wants to join. So I can focus on that agent and ask them powerful questions. She's in the background, note taking for me. So I can, remember and kind of recap our meetings. On our Zoom meetings that I host with our team, which get kind of large at times, she handles, the letting people in and out of the room, tracking, hey, is this person leaving early? She does all that and much, much more.
Gosh. So basically she's really almost everywhere in your business now. Am I right? Almost.
Everywhere. Yeah. Almost everywhere. Yep.
Gosh. Now, talking more about the partnership that you now have with Kathleen, just the way you talk about her, the way you talk about the partnership, you already have your system with her, the way things work. You're already used to working with each other. Now, I want to know more about that partnership. How did it get to this point? How did it become this successful between you and Kathleen?
Yeah, that's a great question. So at the beginning, I realized that Kathleen really didn't understand the real estate business, and she wasn't, used to like all the terminology. So at the way back at the beginning, spent a lot of time like explaining, what each thing that we do means, and really why we're doing them, and just as far as term is like, I'll say, Kathleen, add this to sheets. Like she'll know exactly what that term means. And, I don't have to think twice about it. She adds it into Google spreadsheets for me. And we use a system called Monday.com. And, so really it's understanding like the terminology of the business. And, she knows why I do everything that I do.
I think also that really takes time, right? Just getting used to working in the business too and working with each other as well. Am I right?
Absolutely. And she understands, me as a person too. I'm a sales guy. I'm a relationship builder. I have conversations. I'm in meetings all day, and she really understands the way I operate. So that certainly helps a lot.
Yes, absolutely agree with you there. Now, how about challenges though? Have you encountered any challenges working with someone who is virtual in general?
I wouldn't say too much challenges. Internet sometimes is a thing, and that's beyond my control, Cyberbacker. So we get through everything. And I would say not just with Cyberbacker in general, when you're doing anything virtual, sometimes internet becomes an issue, but overall we haven't had many challenges. I would say if anything, that would be it, but that's beyond everybody's control.
Of course. So good to know. No big challenges so far in the partnership. Now, also, you've been working with Kathleen for a while now. So last question, what's been the biggest impact of virtual leverage in your business so far?
I would just say if I take a day off, which I don't often, but if I do, I know that work is getting done, and there's just that person in place that's going to she's like the glue. She's going to hold everything together. In fact, a great example was I was at a company event for 4 days. So I really wasn't working. I was also on a different time zone, and everything got done. I didn't have to check up on her, and work was getting done when, I was at a conference, learning and bettering myself for our business. And, and I came back and nothing fell apart and everything went as planned.
Yes, of course. Now you have someone that you can trust with the business when you're not there, someone that you can trust to get things done in Kathleen, your Cyberbacker, who is, of course, going to be listening to this episode once we have this online. So before we go, would you want to give her a quick shout out or any special message you'd like to give out to her?
Yeah, Kathleen, you know how I feel about you. You are not only an amazing Cyberbacker work partner, but you're also an amazing person. And I truly mean that. You are the heartbeat and the glue that keeps this program together. If you left tomorrow, I would probably quit. I don't think I could do it without you. But no, you're very special to me, and I've appreciated our relationship. And looking back, even looking at the time that we've been together, it's almost 3 years, and it's felt like a lifetime. So you are appreciated, and I hope you know that.
There we go. Now, we are very excited to seeing your continued growth with your Cyberbacker at the helm. Also, Bill, thank you very much for being on the show today. We always have fun having you here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.